Hello, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic week. Welcome back to Fans React pre-match live show. Today, we've always got, as usual, Lee Matthew stuffing his face, having his breakfast. How you doing, mate? All right?
Good, thank you.
And we've also got Josh from Speak Sunderland, who's on all sorts of platforms. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Excellent. Yeah, all good today. As usual, we've got a quiz coming up later on. If anybody's got any questions they'd like to ask us, either me, Matthew, or Josh, post them in the comments and we'll answer them as soon as we can. But yeah, we've got a 20 question quiz later on, and if you want to take part, that's fine. Just drop your answers in after these lads have answered and stop them from cheating. Quickly before we start, we'll just go into chat, see who's in here. We've got Geordie Boy, as always, mate. Welcome in here. Ethan Dixon, afternoon, everyone. We've got Colin Major, Acacia Canberra Jude, she's excellent. We've got Graham, one of the regulars. We've got Lee Dell as well, afternoon. What a week it's been. Yes, it has. Got sorry, I don't know. Is it Alicia? I think I've said that right. Alyssa. Thank you for that. James is watching on Twitter. Gary K. Hi. So, yeah, lots of people coming in. Hopefully you enjoy today's show. Right, obviously, last game we played was against. I'll get rid of that. Against Lincoln City in the pizza stuffed crust cup. Went to penalties. Wasn't the best game in the world, I didn't think, but we got through. We won, and we're off to Wembley. How are you feeling about that, Matthew?
Well, when Charlie White scored, and then I don't know if you saw Josh, but I got a little bit excited when he scored, and also when Grant Ledbetter scored the penalty in the shootout, I did get a bit excited as well. And I don't know, I think I did so much because when Lincoln scored, I could see it being a game where we might not get back into it and we might lose. And I was thinking, we're this close to getting to a Wembley final. And I thought, we're not going to get there. But when White scored, I got really excited because I was like, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. And we got there. It was probably one of the most boring games I've ever seen in my life. There was not really much to it. The game was very slow. But we got there in the end. And I was delighted, really, and delighted that we scored a full house in a penalty shootout. I don't know when the last time we ever did that was. So yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, definitely. As you see, when it comes to penalties, you're never confident with Sunderland, really, are you? So, no. What did you think, Josh? Are you glad we're going to go to Wembley, and do you think we're going to win it?
When fans aren't there, yes. It would just be a Sunderland thing if fans aren't there to win it. But it's always good to get to Wembley. Like I spoke to Danny after the game yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, on Wednesday. And it's just a confidence boost, isn't it? If you get to a final, you go to Wembley, you're playing in a big stadium, albeit there's no crowd there. So it's always a confidence boost, and hopefully we can keep winning games up until then and after then.
Yeah, definitely, totally agree. Before that, we had Doncaster, a fantastic result, I thought. Good performance as well. It's not very often you get a good performance out of Sunderland with a win. 4-1 at the Stadium of Light. White got all 4 goals, and I think all 4 assists were from McGeady. Is that right, Matthew?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of that? I mean, is that the team would you start up with the exact same lineup as that? I mean, I think we've got some injuries since then, haven't we? Or I can't remember. We've got some...
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously Jordan Willis is out. Dion Sanderson was cup tied on Wednesday, so he wasn't actually allowed to play. But we have him available. Bailey Wright. I'm not too sure of Bailey Wright because I think he did something. I don't know what he did. He pulled his calf. I don't know, something like that against in the week. So whether he'll play, whether he's fit today, I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
But the only centre back I think we actually have that's fully fit is Sanderson. And then our other centre backs, RB's injured as well. And then we let Morgan Feeney go. Looking back now, probably shouldn't have done that, because I was thinking in my head. I said this when we did let him go. I said the thing is, get 2 or 3 injuries and we'll need him. And you see now that's happened, and we don't have him. We don't have him anymore. So I think we're going to have a bit of a challenge there. We've got Carl Winchester, who's come back from injury. I'm not too sure if Ross Stewart is going to be back available. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure of that one, whether he'll be fit enough. But but apart from that, apart from the defense, I'm sure our attack is very good. You know, McGeady and Wyke are on fire. You know, so yeah, hopefully that they're informed. But the way I see sort of the defense going, it's obviously Sanderson's going to play. It's just going to be a question of who plays next to him, really. You know, so yeah.
I'm thinking it might be Conor McLaughlin. Didn't he start in the central midfield defense with 09, wasn't it?
Well, he at half time we brought McLaughlin on for Wright. So the game started off. It was 09 and Wright together, and then at half time we took Wright off, and then brought McLaughlin on. So maybe he might play at centre back, and we might put Power at right back, and then maybe Winchester, Scowen, and 09 or Ledbetter in midfield.
Yeah, fair enough. I think you could be right there. Josh, Burton today at home. What formation? And I'll just quickly go through the lineup that you think that he will pick before you give us a prediction at the end as well, mate.
I think he's got to stick with the 4-3-3 that we've been playing. And I know Matthew talked about Bailey White before, and I don't know if I was looking too much in this, but I think it's his girlfriend or his wife on Instagram. This morning she posted a photo of her having breakfast, and she had 2 bowls of cereal.
Right.
So I don't know whether he's not travelled or not, or whether there's someone else living with them. But I'm just looking too much into that. But I'm not sure if he'll travel. But obviously we've got, I think it's 5 first-team centre halves out now. Obviously Jordan Willis is out, Bailey White, Tom Flanagan, Arbinit Jamali, who I think everyone's kind of forgot about since he hasn't actually played a game for us yet. And I think Oliver Young is injured as well. So in terms of the team today, obviously Lee Burge, I'd imagine, will start in goal. The defence could be numerous different things. I think it'll probably be McLaughlin at right back, Dion Sanderson as our only centre half, probably alongside Luke O'Nien. I think he'll play back in the back four as well. And I think he'll stick with McFadzean at left back. Obviously Vokins is available because he was cup tie for Lincoln, but I think he'll stick with McFadzean. Ledbetter, I'd imagine, will come back into the team. Josh Scowen, Max Power in midfield. And obviously Lyndon Gooch played against Doncaster and played against Lincoln. And I know when I did the podcast after the Lincoln game, I think I'd give him a 4 out of 10. I thought he was our worst player on the day. And obviously he played 90 minutes then, so I'd probably expect Jordan Jones to start today and play a good 70, 75 minutes. And obviously the other 2 positions kind of pick themselves if they are fit. I've seen Charlie White and McGeady. So I think I'll go with a win, and I think I'll go with a 2-0 win. Always good away from home, and I think there's only 2 away games that we've actually considered.
Yeah.
So did you see how upset Jordan Jones was after the Papa John's game on Wednesday? Because we're about to bring him on, and then he never came on. And when we won the penalty shootout, Scowen and Gooch just ran onto the pitch celebrating. Jordan Jones looked like he couldn't even be fussed. He just had his hands in his pockets, and he looked almost distraught that he didn't get on the pitch. And Lee Johnson was trying to hug him after the game, and he wasn't having any of it. He just looked so down. So I don't know. I think he was really upset not to come on the pitch. But he's a great player though. He's miles better than Gooch. Gooch is. I mean, the thing is Gooch can come up. He can score a good goal, but his all-round game is quite poor. But he has scored some good goals. I'll give him that. But I think Jordan Jones will be a much better option, a lot faster than Gooch.
Can he play on both sides? Can he?
Usually, what, Jordan Jones?
Yeah.
I think so. I think he's right-footed, but I mean he usually plays on the left winger. So I'm not too sure actually, but usually wingers can play on both wings because if they're right-footed and they're playing on the left, they can cut in on their right a lot. That's what McGeady does, but McGeady's great on both feet. And then if they're playing on the right and they're right-footed, they'll get some more crosses into the box, but they should be able to do both.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you think the score's going to be? We've got Josh going with a 2-0 win today. What's your prediction?
See, I have a feeling Charlie White's going to score another hat-trick. I don't know why, but I just have a little feeling he will. So I'm actually going to say 3-0 and for White to get all of them.
Excellent. I'll take that.
A bit optimistic, but...
Well, you've got to be optimistic, man, I think. I'm always optimistic just to be too optimistic. I'm going for 3-1 today. I think a lot of people I've noticed on Twitter are going for a 3-1 win. And the same scorers. I've gone for Wyke to get 2 and McGeady to get 1. And I'm not bothered if one of them get 1. But I would have went 3-0, but I think with a bit of makeshift defence that we've got going on, we might leak a goal. But anyway, we'll soon find out. We'll just go back to the comments here, say what's going on. Gary K. I would play Gades in a free role position with Jones and Maguire as your wingers. Thought Maguire done well when he came on Wednesday. Give him a chance over Gooch. I don't know. Would you agree with that, Josh? Would you start Maguire over Gooch?
Probably not. Obviously, he hasn't started a game under Lee Johnson, I don't think. And I think he's came on a couple of times, maybe 4 or 5 times. And other than the Lincoln game, I don't think he's done anything when he actually came on as a sub. Every time he gets the ball, he looks like lazy. Like you'll see a little 1-2 pass that he'll make and he'll overhit it or underhit it. He doesn't look like he wants to be here. Obviously, he's one of the players that are out of contract at the end of the season. And he doesn't look to be playing for a new contract. Gooch puts the effort in, but he's similar to McGee. He is frustrating when he does have a bad game because he'll lose the ball, and as soon as he loses the ball, you know exactly what's coming next. He's going to bring the player down for a free kick, and how many times have we conceded a free kick this season and then conceded a goal straight from it? So
that's what he did against MK Dons at home.
Yeah. I'd have Gooch over Maguire, but I'd have Jones over Gooch.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I would agree with that as well, totally. Matthew, I know you're looking forward to hopefully seeing some more short corners and short.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Well, it's stopped, doesn't it? I think we might have learned our lesson from that. Do you think it's gone for good?
I mean, me and Graham were saying. I mean, this time last week on the pre-match, we were like these stupid short free kicks and short corners, and it blows my mind why we take these short corners because we get all the defenders up for a corner, take a short corner, we lose it immediately straight at the corner flag because we have players like Gooch and some others that they're not capable of actually holding on to a ball. They give the ball away so much, and they get the ball and they lose it, and then. Suddenly, all our defenders are sprinting back, trying to get back. We put ourselves under so much pressure. Same with the short goal kicks as well. We pass it short, they just swarm us, and we have to just smash the ball out to just up the pitch to no one, and then we lose it again. It just blows my mind why we keep doing that. And as soon as we stopped, we won 4-1. So it didn't even. I don't know. Same with when we played AFC Wimbledon away. And we're taking short corners all game. And the first time we don't take a short corner, White scores a volley from the corner. And you're thinking, why weren't we doing that all game?
Yeah.
I'm happy that they've stopped now.
Yeah, hopefully that's the end of them for good. Interesting question. He asked us this last week, so I wanted to get it out here. If you could do any job at Sunderland, what would it be? We'll give you the first year, Josh. If you could have any job within the club, what would you like to do?
Be a star player. I think that's the easiest answer, isn't it?
The most money. Yeah, definitely. I don't think anybody. What about you, Matthew? Anything different?
See, I'd love to work for the club. I tell you what's quite a fun job. Is like the media team when they interview the players after the game. It's good because you can travel with the players on the team bus and then get all the tracksuits for free and still be in the stadiums and buy the dugouts and actually not play the game. You know, like obviously I'd love to be a player, but if I'm being realistic of what I can do, then probably the media team.
Yeah. I think for me, realistically, I'd probably
just applied for that exact job at Wolves.
Oh, have you? Oh, excellent.
That could be a good one.
Good luck with that.
I mean, I don't have the qualifications to get it, but anyway.
Well, you've got to go. You've got to take risks.
That's what everyone wants, isn't it?
Yeah. You'll have to let us know how that goes. I'm sure. It's all about how you present yourself, and you'll be fine. I'm sure. I think with what I'm capable of doing, I probably would either be cleaning the toilets or a barman or something. But I think if I could do it, I would be quite interested in being the groundsman. I think because I used to love. I mean, the stadium, Roker Park. The pitch was always perfect, pristine. It looked like a bowling green, and to get the stadium looking like that would be a fantastic achievement. It's something that is automatically seen by all the fans, either when they're at the ground or if it's on TV or streamed through some crappy stream. And I just think it makes it. I mean, when we all got the new seats at the stadium, it looks more presentable. It looks a bit, more professional as well. You take pride in your work doing that, I think so. Yeah, we've got lots of people coming giving their predictions. We've got Stan BAFC 1950. He's going for a 2-0 win as well. Right. Who's this? Oh, Joseph. He's optimistic. 6-0 win.
6-0.
Yeah, well, it's possible. Anything's possible, but we'll see. Right, I think if everybody's ready, if you two are ready, we might as well get cracking with the quiz because we've got the lineup will be coming out at 2:00, so we'll get through these. Like I say, if anybody wants to take part in the quiz, that's fine. Try and put your answers in after the lads have given their answers. You'll see them hold up a piece of paper, then you can start typing your answer. I'll just get them up quickly on my phone. We've got 5 sort of Sunderland stats questions. Then we've got 5. I'm going to name 5 stadiums in our league. You just basically have to tell us what club the stadium is for. Then there's going to be 5 picture rounds of current Sunderland players. And then at the end, there's just 5 general sports questions as well. So are you two ready? You got your pen and paper ready? Good.
Yeah. Got me Sharpie.
Right, question number 1 then. Charlie White's obviously our top goal scorer in the team at the moment with 23 goals in all competitions. Who's second?
For Sunderland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just holding them up straight away, or?
Once you've both got an answer, yeah, you just go for it now if you want. Grant Ledbetter and who's Ledbetter? You've both gone for Ledbetter. Well, apparently it's Chris Maguire. Chris Maguire is on 6 and Ledbetter is on 5.
Oh, 6 goals in all competitions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he scored some of the Papa John's games. Yeah.
So you both get 0.
God's sake, man.
Right. We've had the question before about the highest attendance in the league. What was the lowest attendance we've ever had at the Stadium of Light? Nearest one gets the point. I mean, if you can...
Is this for a league game?
This
is for a league game.
I think this is just any game. So does it tell us? It doesn't tell us what game it was. I can tell you the game if you want.
Yeah, because it might be like a Checker Trade Trophy game.
It doesn't say what it was. It just says the 24th of August, 2004 versus Chester City. So that's all the information I can give you. Just give us a guess at what you think that attendance was, and nearest one will get the point for that. Are you both got an answer?
Yeah.
Go for it. 17,000 from you. What's that? 12?
12.
Right. Before I give you the answer, let's look what people are saying in the chat. We've got Thean on 22,000. James is saying 4.5. Ethan 16. Gary 13. Stephen 12. Jacob Avery's gone for 19. Alicia's gone for 13.75. Graham's gone for 6.5. Right, Josh, you get the point. It was 11,450, so you were pretty close, actually. Matthew's
I should have known the actual number because this is one of the ones that I looked at in the quizzes that I've done before.
Oh,
he's done plenty of quizzes. You've met your match today, Matthew, I think.
Oh man.
Number 3. What is the most amount of goals scored in a season for Sunderland?
Jesus. In all competitions?
Yeah, I'm assuming so, yeah. Most goals, it just says most goals scored in a season, so it could be league, actually.
Can you tell us what the season was?
Yes, it was 1935, 1936 season.
Really?
So, I don't know if you can remember that one, Matthew.
We won the league that season, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's the same year we got the highest ever attendance, wasn't it? Of 70,000.
Something like that. But yeah, we won the league that season, so must have.
Yeah, we must have won the league.
The last time we won the top division.
Yeah.
God.
Lots of people in the chat.
I think that was this one.
Hang on a minute. I haven't written the 100. Right, hang on. Okay.
Right, what you got? 120. What? I can't quite see yours, mate.
He's changed this from like 2 to 3. Like, is that a 2 or is that 352 or 250?
52.
Just 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
right.
52. That's a bit overhitting it.
Yeah. We've got a lot of people in the chat saying 67 for some reason. It wasn't 67. Loads of people saying 67. The answer is 109. So you get the point, Matthew. So it's
Get
one
in.
each, I think. Well done.
Get in.
I may have understood that question wrong. I thought we were talking about individual players.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. It was most goals for the whole team. Ethan Dixon said it, but he said it after I've given the answer, so I don't know whether he's just
yeah, probably.
Possibly. I don't know. Sometimes the chat comes through a bit slow, so he could have gotten it right. We're not taking the piss, Ethan. Don't worry.
If you did, well done.
Yeah, well done, mate. Right, we'll go to. I think it's number. Is this number 5 now?
No, number 4.
All right, yeah, I've missed out number 3, so the other way around. So we'll make this one number 4 anyway. It doesn't matter. What was the most amount of wins in a season for Sunderland? And it was the 1998-99 season.
In all competitions.
Yeah, well. Once again, it just says most wins in a season. This is actually off the Sunderland website as well, so it didn't. I just took a screenshot of that bit. I had it before you said it, mate. Just my internet is absolutely poo. That's Ethan. So well done, mate. Right,
I've got an answer.
Go for it. If you've got answers, hold them up. 20 and 47. So, you have to work this one out. I think Matthew's got it. Yeah, Matthew's got it. 31 wins. Well done.
Yeah, get in.
Wasn't sure if that would be a championship season or a Premier League season.
98, 98,
championship, isn't there?
I think that's the season he got the golden boot, wasn't it?
No, that was 99-2000.
All right. Yeah, well, Graham Wright, I think, was the only one that got it right in the chat. A lot of people close. But yeah, interesting one. Right, question number 5. I'll move straight on. First goal. What was our first goal in the Premier League? So you'll get a point if you tell us who it was, and you'll get a point if you tell us who we were playing.
So it was the Premier League.
It was the 24th of August, 1996. It was our
was it the first goal of what?
It was our first goal in the Premier League. So you get a point for who scored, and you'll get a point for what team it was as well, if you know.
1996. Who played for us in 96?
While they're thinking the answer, we've got quite a few people in here. Would you mind giving the video a thumbs up?
Someone just said Charlie White versus Barcelona. That's very good.
That's somebody called Josh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who played for us in 96. It was last season at Roker Park, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Surely it was 1996, 1997 was the last season at Roker Park, and then 96 wasn't it?
Yeah. I think you're right, mate.
Hang on. Oh man, I just had it in my head. This is probably so wrong, but
there's one of 2 people that I'm thinking of. I could be completely wrong. That
was a silly guess.
In the chat, somebody's got the team right and somebody else has got the player right, but nobody's got the 2 together as far as I can tell. Right, are you ready?
No, hang on. Well, so I'm trying to think of the team. I've guessed the player.
You would have random team down. I don't even know if they're in the same league as them.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing as well, mate. I wouldn't have known these. These are just stats, so like basically, let's just look at the draw.
Actually, these I probably have in the quiz.
Probably.
This team is just a complete guess. Oh, I've got an answer there.
Right. Hold them up.
Don't know if you can read that. Michael Gray, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, what you got there, mate?
Craig Russell against Bolton.
And Bolton.
Right. Well, Matthew gets both points. Spot on.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
No way! Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, I had no idea why I said Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham
And
Forest.
don't even say I was looking at the chat because no one actually put Nottingham Forest. There's no. That's brilliant.
I think somebody did put Nottingham Forest, but they had Dickie Ord. That was Keel Watson.
I didn't see that.
Wyke Safk said Mickey Gray versus Sheffield Wednesday, so he got the player right. Jacob Avery got it right. He said Michael Gray. Ethan Dixon said Mickey Gray versus Chelsea, so he got the player right. Chelsea
I was going to say Chris Waddle.
Chris Waddle. Nah, he was.
He was there that season, wasn't he?
I don't think so. Chris Waddle was way before then, wasn't he? I'm sure he was way before 1999. Could be wrong, like. Let us know in the chat. Was Chris Waddle playing in 1996?
Yeah, he was. He played for Sunderland for one season, the last season at Roker Park.
All right.
I remember him wearing the shirt. I've got it here somewhere. Yeah, the last season at Roker Park, that shirt.
Well, you know me. I'm not going to say you.
Craig Russell wasn't he? I wasn't that far off. Was our Craig Russell? I'm sure he was playing that season.
Yeah, he was around that. Oh, your phone's sneaking down.
It's useless, man. It's going to fall off my desk in a minute.
No, I'm happy with that.
Well done again, Matthew. Here's a camera. Here's your camera, Jude. What the hell are you doing? A scratch card or something?
I'm just scribbling it out so you don't read the... Get in, I won.
Right, next round I think is a little bit easier. I'm going to just say 5 stadiums. We'll say one after the other quickly. So first one, this is number 6 in the quiz. Who plays at the Pirelli Stadium, Princess Way?
Is this in our league, League One?
Yeah, everyone's in every stadium's in our league. So Pirelli Stadium.
The Pirelli Stadium.
Don't post it in the chat just yet. If you know the answer, just wait for them to post the answers up, please.
Well, I've never been to a Pirelli Stadium, so I'm just gonna go guess.
Yeah, hold them up.
Oh man, I've got it wrong.
Plymouth Burton. Yeah, there you go. Josh gets to the point.
Oh.
We're going there.
I know the stadiums. This is one thing I know.
It's going to be a comeback from Josh.
It is.
Right, next one. Question number 7. Highbury Stadium. This is in our league.
Someone's standing outside my house with an Arsenal shirt on. I immediately thought Arsenal, but it's not.
Get a bucket of water. Oh.
Right, I've got an answer.
Right, chuck it up. Let's have a
I
look.
can't think of someone.
Oh, okay. He didn't see it, did he?
I don't know. I don't think so. I didn't see it.
You all up there. I can't. I'm gonna pass this round. I've got no idea. Gone mind blank.
That's fine. Fleetwood Town. That's the one.
Fleetwood. That's it.
Yeah. Number 8. Away from doing this scratch card there. Number 8. This one's easier, I think. Even I would have gotten this one. Fratton Park.
Stadium of Light.
I'd struggle with that one, I think. Right, you both got an answer. Portsmouth, Pompey, yeah, both get a point. You are keeping track of these. You are keeping score, Matthew, yeah?
Yeah.
Good lad. All right. Another easier one, I think. Portman Road. Lots of people in the chat getting these right. Right, hold them up. Ipswich Town, track the boys. Yeah, both get a point.
I need a new page in my notebook. Yeah, I got one. It's fine.
I would not get it. I'm turning envelopes.
Anyway, I need to add the scores again. Sorry, not the most organised thing in the world.
Yeah, that's all right. After we've done the next one, you can give us an update on the scores. But
yeah.
For now, number 10, I believe this is Memorial Stadium. Kimberly Jeffries, Sunderland win today. She's confident. Right. Right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Have a look. Bristol Rovers. There you go. Both get a point for that one as well. Everybody in the chat getting that right. Matthew, give us an update on the scores halfway through.
So I'm on 8. Josh is on 5.
Easily. You come back from that, Josh. Got another 10 questions to go. Right. I'm just going to hold up the pictures to the camera. I know you're using your phone, Josh, so you might have to get close to have a look. But yeah, we'll go with this. First player, number 11.
I can tell you the game as well if you want.
Well, you can, but you're not going to get a bonus point for it.
Rochdale away 2-1.
Excellent. Right. What give us your answer for the player then? Grant Ledbetter, yeah, both get a point. Well done.
It helps I can see the squad number on his short as well.
Yeah. You can see that. You can see the armband as well helps a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right, next one, number 12, I think. Right, go for it. Conor McLaughlin and Bailey Wright. It's Bailey Wright. Well done, Josh.
Oh, you showed up, and I had to look at it again because I don't know.
It's you can see his stubble if you look closer. But
yeah, it's just a first glance.
Sorry, Josh.
I knew that was him because that's the picture that we used for the goal picture of him. That's the one we have. So.
There you go. This one is not too bad. You should get this one. Number 13. You can see a little bit of his face as well there.
Yeah.
Frank Mutt number 3. Hi lads, hope you're okay. Welcome to the stream, mate. Right, we've got Aidan O'Brien. Yeah, both got it. Well done. Number 14, I think. Right, go for it. Jack Diamond, yeah, both get a point. Nice one.
I was going to draw a diamond there, but I've completely forgot how you draw a diamond.
I don't think I've drew a diamond since I was at school either.
It's just 2 triangles on top of each other.
Yeah. Right, last picture one. Number 15.
Diamond.
That's it.
There you go.
That one's quite an easy one, I would think.
I was at that game. First time I saw Sunderland win at the Stadium of Light since August 2009.
And who we were playing there? Just
Scunthorpe 3-0.
Nice. Go for it. Max Power, brilliant. Both get a point. Right, we've got 5 questions left. Give us a quick score update, Matthew.
Josh is on 10. I'm on 12.
There's only 2 points in it and 5 to play for, so it's very close. Everybody in the chat getting max power right, I think. Apart from Lee Dell said Wyke.
He didn't score much that season, did he? He scored about 4 times.
Yeah, something like that. Right, these are just general sports questions, so it depends whether you know much about the sport, to be honest with you.
God.
Right, number 16. How many world titles has Lewis Hamilton won in Formula One?
I've got no idea.
Have you got an answer, Josh?
I think so. I could be miles off here, though.
Go for it. 2, 7. It's 7. Yeah, well done. It's he's equalled with Michael Schumacher. If he wins next year, then he's won more world titles than any other racing driver in history. So
a lot of people, didn't he?
Yeah. He's won. I think he's won the last 3 or 4 or something. He's just kicking ass, to be honest with you. We've got lots of people in the chat got that right. Loads of people.
I thought he was a lot better than he actually was by putting 12, but there you go. He might get there one day.
Oh, did you put 12? I thought you put 2.
No, I put 12.
Yeah, he might get 12. You never know. Number 17. What is the capacity of Old Trafford Football Stadium?
Shall be close.
Closest one gets it, right?
Yeah, closest one gets it. I think he's still waiting for an answer. 1 second,
Okay.
mate.
I'm ready. Got one.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
74,000 from Matthew, 75,000 from Josh. Ooh, it's 76,000. So it's a point for Josh.
Oh no!
He's getting stressed now.
No, we're level on points now.
Level on points with, I think, 3 questions to go.
So 12.
I'm running out of paper big time here. Hang on, I'm moving up envelopes. I can't even, never mind, I'll take this.
I don't know. There is people putting like 74,260, 74,000. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it's 76 as well. That was just from Google, so I'm assuming it's pretty right. It's pretty much spot on. Right, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah. Right. How many players are there in a netball team? Come on, Matthew. Don't roll your eyes.
I just can't think.
There's 2 answers and I don't know which one it is.
Lots of guesses in the chat.
I've written my answer, and then everyone else is writing the same number. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There's a mixture of numbers there. We've got 8, 7,
I don't know
6,
which one
10,
it is. I know there's 2 numbers that I don't think of. I'm going to go with that.
Right, hold them up. 8 and what's your, sorry?
Oh, no.
7.
Oh,
7.
Matthew's going to be
I thought it was
devastated.
7 or 5.
It's 7. Well done. 7.
I was going to go with 5 as well. I knew 5 or 7.
Matthew's got it. Right. 2 more questions. This one's quite easy. I would assume both of you will get this one right. In darts, the bullseye is worth 50 points. How much is the outer ball worth?
Matthew
That's
did
little
that
green,
straight away.
little green bit around the thing, isn't it?
Round the bullseye, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh is thinking.
No,
I do quite like darts.
I've got no idea.
I do quite like darts.
I'm miles off here.
Right, go for it then. Hold them up. 25, 30. It's 25. Matthew gets the point.
It's in.
So what's the score? We've got
Never
one
known
question. We've got one question left.
It's 13 all.
13 all.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. We've got to get a winner from this one. So,
Jesus.
2 points up for grabs for this one question. Who holds the record for the fastest 100 meters? And you get a bonus point if you can get, or whoever gets closest to the time that it takes to do the 100 meters. Everybody knew 25. 100 meters, yeah.
That's not that far. I could do that in 10 seconds.
You reckon?
No. Gosh, I did a 400 meters, nearly fainted by the end of it. Honestly.
I think I was at school. I did the 100 meters in about 14 seconds, which I thought was quite decent. But
fair enough.
I think it was 14. I might be lying. Right, you got answers. Go for it. Usain Bolt 7 seconds, and we've got Usain Bolt 9.46. Right, you both get a point for Usain Bolt.
I know it's a decimal, but I don't know what decimal it is. I've got a feeling Matthew's actually like 7. I think it might be 7.9.
I tell you what, somebody in the chat's got it right. Acacia Cameron Jude has got 9.58. So Josh wins.
Is that right?
Yeah, Josh gets the point for that one. Unfortunately, Matthew, commiserations, you've lost another one.
It's in my hands as well. Like I was winning by quite a few, and
yeah, I think it's the non-Sunderland questions get you, but well done, Josh, mate. So that was 14 out of 20.
Well done, Josh. Yeah.
It's
still pretty good though.
I always do when I do the quizzes that we do. I always know the general knowledge questions more than I do the Sunderland ones.
Yeah.
I think you do as well, don't you, Paul?
Yeah, I do. Well, my biggest problem is me memory. I've done loads of quizzes over the years with like family members, general knowledge ones. So sometimes we've had the same questions multiple times over the years. So I have retained some of that. But when it comes to Sunderland, I'm absolutely terrible. The Sunderland Encyclopedia is definitely Matthew. He's the most knowledgeable person that I think I've met when it comes to Sunderland. But yeah, drop your comments, drop your results. Like how many did you get out of 20 in the comments? If you've got any questions as well, leave a question there. We'll answer some questions before the team news comes in, which is about 15 minutes time. Loads of people got Usain Bolt. Stephen Nesbitt said it took 19.64 seconds. Whew. That's 10 seconds out there, so he could have ran there and back, I think. But yeah, lots of people getting it right. Right, we've got a question from AJ again. What sporting achievement, I'll put it in, I'll show it up here. What sporting achievement would you like to achieve, and which have you come close to? Example, a hole-in-one or a 147. I think I'll go first quickly on this one. I'd love to just have the opportunity to drive a racing car. I've done a single seat around the Silverstone and I loved it, but I'd love to be like in a Formula One car or something like that. I'd absolutely love that. Just to be able to drive one lap, full speed round, I don't know, say the Spa circuit or something like that. I'd absolutely love that. We'll go to you next, Josh. What would you like to do, or have you come close to doing anything like that?
I don't know. I don't even watch any of the sport other than football.
So
meters the closest I've got. I think I got 11.2 in school. That sounds close to a world record, but 2 seconds is a long way behind.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 11.2 something I got in school.
Yeah, that's still good for school level.
I think I'm a bit unfit now, like, so it might be more about 1 minute and 11 now.
Yeah, especially when you've got a hangover. I'm not saying you have, but when you've got a hangover, you might be a bit slower. So it's basically, if you could do anything, though, you'd be a footballer, yeah? Premiership footballer.
I think that's what everyone wants to be, really, isn't it? Anyone that watches football wants to be a footballer.
Well, I watch footballer, but I'd rather be a racing driver. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Most people, I think. Matthew, what would you like to do, or what have you come close to doing anything?
I won Player of the Season back when I was in the under-10s. Apart from that, I haven't really done much. What would I like to achieve? Christ, I'm not too sure what sporting achievement I'd like to achieve really. Probably something to do with football. I guess. I don't know. Well, I tell you what, I won like a tournament like for like my football team, and that was brilliant. So if I won like one of the biggest tournaments, that'll do me. I love winning. As long as I can win anything, then I'm happy.
Yeah. I know. I can sense that you don't like losing. I've got that.
I don't. Certainly don't. Like you even see when I was celebrating Charlie White's goal again. It's like I don't want to lose. Like I genuinely hate losing. So as soon as we've got an opportunity to win, then that's all I want.
No, yeah, it definitely affects you when you watch the game. I can see you getting like your blood pressure must be quite high. I mean, I can get like that as well. I think when I'm on camera, I'm a little bit more conservative for some reason. I just don't want to look like a dick. Not that you did. I love to see the passion. So, quick question from Elisa Rowell. I keep saying it wrong, don't I?
Elisa Rowell.
Elisa Rowell. Not Sunderland, but Jack Grealish or James Maddison. Who would you rather have? I don't know a lot about them. I know Maddison's got like sort of temperamental problems. I think. I think
you're thinking of Marcus Maddison.
James
Maddison plays for Leicester.
All right. Who would you rather have then?
Don't know. It's a tough one, to be fair. Probably, I don't know. James Maddison takes these really good free kicks. But then again, Jack Grealish is quite a good player at the same time. I'm not too sure. So I don't really watch enough of them to know their like really good attributes. Ask Stan. I'm sure he'll know. But for me, probably James Maddison. To be fair, I don't really like Jack Grealish's accent. Not that that's horrible to any people from the Midlands, but I just genuinely don't like his accent. It sounds so horrible, but that's the only way I can really separate them. To be fair, James Maddison.
Fair enough. Josh, would you be bothered with Sean?
Maddison. Grealish is a massive prick.
Yeah. Camera occasion, Jones agreeing. James Maddison. Dan Humphrey reckons Grealish all day. Gary K, my biggest achievement would be to go a week without my wife nagging me. At the moment, I can't even go a day. I hope she's not watching this, mate. Otherwise, you're going to get it in the ear later on as well. Jack Dodds is in the chat. Hello, mate. You don't do very well in that regard, Paul.
Happy birthday, Jack. Happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday, mate. Yeah, happy birthday. He must be, 12 now? Something like that. Anyway, well done. I don't know what he's saying. You did very well. I don't know if he's talking about how crap I am.
You don't do very well in that regard, Paul. It could be anything. Probably quizzes.
Yeah, probably. He wouldn't be wrong. Chris Scott said Grealish as well. What we've got... Would love to see Bowers and Matthew in a quiz together. Yeah, we'll try and get Michael Bowers on. I think Michael Bowers quite often does his own like SCFC Fan TV one or something. But
you need to put a few trick questions in next time, Paul.
You know. Well, you use like mind games, don't you?
When I do them.
Yeah, you do like. Are you sure? Are you sure you got the right answer? And people just start doubting themselves. I mean, especially with me, I'm like I say, like. Jack knows I'm crap at quizzes anyway. Right. We'll come back to the comments in a minute. Josh, do you want to just give everybody a little bit of information about what you do on your channel or with your brands, where they can find out a bit more about you?
Just after every game, we always do a podcast talking about the game, and a lot of it is focusing on how crap the refereeing is in this league. That seems to be the subject of a lot of the ones that we do. Obviously, as you know, we do a lot of quizzes, which I'm looking at doing more often, possibly once a month. So your knowledge will get better when we do them.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm trying to organise interviews with players and stuff. And I think since lockdown started, I think I must have sent maybe 3,000 emails to like football clubs and agents and stuff like that. And you just don't hear from anyone because obviously lockdown, people aren't working. People are working from home, so you get stuff like that done, and hopefully now that we've got a bit more free time, it's just getting more out than we have been.
Yeah. I think a lot of players when they contract for clubs, I just think they stay quite clear of all these YouTube things and podcasts and stuff. So you're on Spotify, Apple, you're on YouTube.
Everything. Absolutely everything. as far as I'm aware, that you can listen to podcasts on. I think it's on everything, like Acast, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google. I think it's on everything.
Yeah, and sometimes he's even got my ugly voice on the audio podcast as well, doing pathetic on quizzes. So yeah, I would go and check him out. It's Speak Sunderland on Twitter. I think it's Speak_Sunderland. But yeah, all the links will be posted in the description afterwards. Right, let's go back to the chat. We've got Ben Carr's going for a 3-1 win as well. Very common theme today. A lot of people going for that. I don't know. Let's have a look here. I'm just seeing what says. Jack Dodd's coming out with general stuff. I can't be bothered to read it. Celebrity fruit shoot. Chris Scott, Stephen, it's a bit shame the pubs are not open. Yeah, big shame. And 1-3-4 there was a general knowledge in my quiz last week. Did he get beat? He did get beat, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's quite knowledgeable though, so he didn't lose by a lot.
Yeah. Was that on here? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Graham. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It was a picture round, 20 picture rounds, I think.
Oh yeah. What did you think of that picture round? Did you like that?
Yeah, I did. To be fair, I did. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier, and it just. But if you've got any questions, we've got a few more minutes. What is it? About 7 minutes until the team news comes out. Drop a comment in there, and we'll get that answered for you. Are you feeling any better, Josh? Have you took some paracetamol? You feeling good?
I'll be drinking soon again anyway, so it's a 2 weeks.
Was it either a drowned your sorrows drink or a celebratory win drink?
Bit of both.
Yeah. What do you drink?
Gin.
All right. The hard stuff.
Pessoa. We had some Pessoa last night. I don't know if you've heard of that. Pessoa.
No. What is it, like a Prosecco kind of thing?
Passion fruit liqueur. Liqueur? Is that what you say?
Passion fruit liqueur.
Liqueur, that's it. I'm not good with my pronunciation.
Is it strong, that stuff, is it?
Nah, not really, but we always just play drinking games. So you have like shots of stuff. Fireball. I don't know if you ever had Fireball.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've had it, no. What about you, Matt?
Never touch that if I was you.
I won't. It does sound dangerous, doesn't it? Matthew, I know you're not
Just
old enough. So, but you must have a favourite drink that you like. What do you like to drink?
I mean, not much.
Fruit juice.
I mean, nothing really. Like, I honestly haven't really got into it. I tell you what I do like though, Double Maxim.
Oh yeah,
I've had quite a few of them. my dad orders them, and yeah. I mean, my brother's here as well. He likes he likes all sorts. But yeah, I don't hardly drink anything like so. I couldn't really give you a good answer. But my dad's ordered a few Double Maxims before, and they've been quite nice. But yeah, I'll give you a proper answer in like a year.
Yeah. I'll get some Guinness down. You see what you think.
Yeah.
I wonder what I've done. I've never had Double Maxim, I think, since it was brewed in Vaux. So I don't know if it tastes exactly the same or if it's any different. But I used to love it.
No, I think it is. Yeah, you can still get it. And I think in all the supermarkets in Sunderland. And before the games, like in the fans museum, before they would sell it. They had absolutely loads of it. It's like the only thing that they drink in there. So yeah, you can go in there before and get some.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. It'll not be long. You'll be there doing it legally soon. Sarah Batty, what's your dream car to drive and why? Well, for me, Formula One car. But if it was a road car, I don't know. I like BMWs. Maybe the latest M5 or something like that I'd quite like. Do you both drive? You drive, Matthew, don't you?
Yeah.
What if you could have any car at the minute? What would you like?
I think you're gonna ask me what I drive now, and what I'd like to drive is I think the thing is I'm not too fussed about all like these little sport cars. I've just never been fussed about them. I think, you know, if you want a sport car, you want to make the most out of it, and just sitting in traffic and all that doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather have a big, comfortable car. So I'd like to have like a massive Range Rover or like a massive Mercedes or something like that. Just like a nice big comfortable car. Like I'm not really one for like little sport cars, like little small sport cars. Although they're quite nice, but no, I would certainly wouldn't pay like £250,000 for a little sports car.
Fair enough. Josh, do you drive?
I do.
What would you like?
Cost a fortune.
Tell us about it.
You've got to have a Tesla, don't you?
Tesla. Yeah, it's like a space shuttle.
Got to have a Tesla.
Space shuttle of cars, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'd love to try one of them. We've got Gary Keir on the chat saying we have 5 Wildermill games coming up. Do you think it will be a failure if we don't get 15 points out of them? Matthew?
A failure. Well, the maximum points we can get out of five games is what 15 points, isn't it? Yeah. So I mean, who have we got? Who have we got in the next five games then? So obviously we've got Burton today, and then someone else help me out. Who else have we got?
Do you want us to have a look? We'll get I'll go on.
Wait, so we've got Burton, Fleetwood,
Crewe, Swindon,
and who?
Rochdale.
Yeah, we should be looking to get 3 points from every single game, really. But
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this is as I said before, this is part of the run now. So we keep going on the run, get through these next 5 games, and yeah, we can easily win them, and then after that we're playing Portsmouth away at Fratton Park, which we haven't actually won there. I know obviously we did the semi-final in the playoffs where we drew 0-0 and won on aggregate, but we haven't actually beat them in the 90 minutes. I'd love to beat Portsmouth. I tell you that I'd love to beat Portsmouth. Yeah. Honestly, really would. And yeah, so we should go to that game with a good bit of momentum and hopefully beat them. And then after the Portsmouth game, we've got Tranmere Rovers at Wembley, and then Accrington Stanley away, Lincoln at home. I'm not going to name all of the fixtures, but yeah, just looking at them now, winnable. Do you know what I mean? Like we're easily winnable if we're beating Doncaster 4-1. Yeah. Do you know what? Whoever asked that question, Gary K. I wouldn't say it was a failure, but it'd be very disappointing if we didn't get the maximum points out of that.
Yeah. Josh, I think I've said it before. I think I've said it on your podcast before as well, that we play better against the better teams as well. So now, even though they look like winnable games, we're not guaranteed to win any of them. Would you class anything less than 15 points as a failure against them teams?
Like you said there, we've always done better against the better teams, haven't we? Even when we go back in the league days. I remember we beat Chelsea, beat Man City, but then we'd go to somewhere like Norwich and get beat.
Yeah.
I mean, up here, but you look at games and realistically, the next six games, I think. But for the next 5 games, you should be winning if you look on paper. But obviously, Crewe were a decent team, albeit not a big club. So that'll be more of a tough game than you probably expect. But I'd say if you can get, as long as you don't get beat in any of them and pick up at least 3 wins, I'd say 3 wins and 2 draws from the next 5, I think would be reasonable. And I'd say that would be playoff territory.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the minimum we should be aiming for this season, I think. Jack Dodds is going for 2-0 win. What you got, Matthew?
Lee Johnson has revealed his starting 11, and they've actually said on the Twitter, they said it's a switch to a 3-4-3. Number 1, Lee Burge. Number 2, Conor McLaughlin. Number 16, Dion Sanderson. Number 13, Luke O'Nien. Number 11, Lyndon Gooch. Number 6, Max Power. Number 23, Grant Ledbetter. Number 30, Jake Vokins. Number 10, Aidan O'Brien. Number 9, Charlie Wyke. Number 28, Aidan McGeady. Substitutes, 20, Remy Matthews. 7, Chris Maguire. 14, Josh Scowen. 21, Jack Diamond. 24, Dan Neal. 26, Carl Winchester. 27, Jordan Jones. So it's an interesting lineup. There's no McFadzean. And as you said, Josh, earlier, I think Bailey Wright's having breakfast with his wife this morning, and he's not gone down to Burton. And this looks like it's going to be Conor McLaughlin, Dion Sanderson, Luke O'Nien in a back 3, with Max Power, Grant Ledbetter, Jake Vokins, and and Lyndon Gooch. And then we've got Aidan McGeady, Charlie Wyke, and Aidan O'Brien, like a front three, top three.
Are you confident with that, Josh? Do you think that's going to get us 3 points today? Is there anything you would have done differently there?
I don't know. I'm just not sure on playing three at the back.
Yeah.
Especially when two of your centre halves aren't actually centre halves. Obviously, Conor Middleton's normally fullback. Luke O'Nien, he's played, I think, everywhere this season. I think he even came on as a striker in one of the games he played. But I think we need him in midfield, really. But again, we don't really have anyone else to play there. And he just doesn't seem to like Jordan Jones. I don't lie.
I know every time we've seen him, he looks sharp and on it for me. Every time we've seen little bits of him, I think. Well, have we seen? Has he only started one game? Like played in one game? He hasn't played a lot, has he?
No, he started in the MK Dons game.
Papa John's game. MK Dons he started.
Yeah, he looked really good. But yeah, I don't know. It's obviously we have to trust Lee Johnson there. Vulcan starting as well. He's looked a bit hit and miss for me. So. Is there anybody else you would have put ahead of Vulcans? Probably McFadzean, maybe.
Well, McFadzean's not even in the squad, so he's probably injured. And then, I mean, he's playing in it's a 3-4-3, so he'll be playing in a more forward position in the midfield. But in that case, I would rather have played, Jordan Jones or. Maybe, I'm not too sure, Chris Maguire. Vokins is, the amount of pressure he put us under, against Shrewsbury was just ridiculous. The amount of times he lost the ball in these awful areas. I'm not too sure about that team, to be honest with you. It's an interesting lineup. It's, we're really going into this game really confidently, and then we see the lineup and we're thinking, I'm starting to think now, this is, this is not convenient. I think every time that we've obviously, we beat Lincoln 4-0, and then we had the COVID outbreak, and then I had to rest all these players. So I think whenever we I feel a bit sorry for Lee Johnson here. Whenever we come up with a good result, we're always, we always get like set back, and we always get a bit of a, something always happens that sets us back a little bit. So I'm not too sure about that lineup. But I don't know. Let's just hope it's enough to win the game.
Yeah, true. We're all talking about trying to get some consistency, but it must be difficult to get consistency when you've got players getting injured and things like that. So you do feel sorry for him. I've got Rodham on the chat. I think players will step it up now even more. Billionaire owner, we're not going to be carrying any passages now. Expect a big performance today. Would you agree, Josh? Do you think having the new owner in is going to sort of give the players a little bit of an oomph, a bit about them, maybe sort of to try and put in a better performance?
It's a weird one. Because, while the takeover was only confirmed, a day ago?
Yeah.
But realistically, the players will have been known it's been happening for weeks, so I don't think that'll actually make any difference. Obviously, I think Kivell was at the last home game and he was meeting all the players. And obviously, he was at the Shrewsbury game. And I know if I was a billionaire and wasn't buying a club, I don't think I'd be turning up to watch Shrewsbury play Sunderland on a Tuesday night. So I think as soon as you're seeing him there, you kind of knew it was happening anyway. So I don't think it'll really make any difference today. But just looking at the bench there, I've realised that, obviously, other than the keeper, every other substitute is a midfielder.
All right, yeah.
Obviously, Jordan Jones is a winger, whether you class that as a midfielder or not. But obviously, Chris Maguire is a midfielder. Josh Gowen's a midfielder. Jack Diamond's a winger/midfielder. Daniel midfielder. Carl Winchester midfielder. Obviously, Jordan Jones winger/midfielder. So if one of our centre halves get injured,
he might switch, bring it down to like a 4-4-2 or something like that. Or what? So it's 3-5-3. Is that right, Matthew?
3-4-3.
No, 3-4-3.
Wish it was 3-5-3. Extra player. Yeah. Good.
Well, yeah, it would be helpful, wouldn't it? Alicia would like to see Jones start, and I think Keisha said, she could tell Lee Johnson will bring Jordan Jones on the last sort of the end of the game if we need him. I suppose it's fair enough. AJ also noticed, he says there's no defenders on the bench. Stephen Nesbitt, hopefully Vulcans can be a lot better with his positioning. I think he does need a bit more game time, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll wait and see with that one.
You know what? I'd rather play Jordan Jones instead of Aidan O'Brien on the wings, because I think Aidan O'Brien's more of a striker than he is a winger, and we put him out on the wing, and you wonder why we haven't started Jordan Jones, who is rapid, and his quality as well, and he's an absolute nuisance for the opposition as well, and they can't handle him, and he's one of those players that the opposition can't handle, so they have to just keep on fouling him. And I'm not too sure why he's not starting ahead of Aidan O'Brien, because I would have definitely started him ahead of O'Brien without a doubt.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that. Right, we've got a few more minutes left. We can finish this. If you've got any questions, drop them in before we leave, but we can finish this around 1:15, or if there's more questions, 1:30. We'll just hang around as long as you want us to chat. Ethan Dixon, he says Vulcans and O'Brien scares the absolute life out of him. I think we can agree with that. I mean, Ian O'Brien not as bad, but
Now, just bring it back to a previous comment here. My brother put who would win a match in the Garden, me or you, Matthew. Well, I thing is, when my brother's 24 and I'm 17, and I couldn't genuinely beat him. Obviously, when I was younger, there was some times where he let me win, but I genuinely couldn't beat him in the Garden for years, and then I've suddenly beat him once, and then I've beat him a few times, and I don't think he's beaten me since, actually. So I think I'm starting to become a better footballer than him, to be fair. So I think to the answer to that question, it would be me.
Is this the brother that lives in America?
Yes, yeah, he's in America there somewhere.
So it's going to take a while to organise a rematch or a game, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know when the last time we played was, to be fair. I think it might have been, I'm not too sure now. Probably like October, or maybe before then.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do some good games, quite aggressive games.
Yeah, I can believe it. I'm sure it gets very heated. Graham Wright taking bets on whether Aidan O'Brien gets his kit dirty today. He doesn't have a lot of fans, I've noticed. This is my older brother. Vulcans is absolute garbage. Yeah.
Who would win in the Garden between Paul and Colin?
Well, we've both got beer bellies. We both don't do much running, so I think it would be a draw, mate. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't do much running about these days, do we, brother? And I say, Elisa, she said, can't remember which game it was, but Burge had more touches in that game than O'Brien. So I don't know. O'Brien's not as bad as some people make it out, in my opinion, but I can see what they're saying, I suppose. Ethan, Elisa, that's because O'Brien's utter poo. At least he said poo. Craig Scott, Lee Johnson got lineup wrong in his opinion. Yeah, I am a bit surprised by some of it, but I know he's limited to what he can do. I still think the formation should have been different, but hopefully he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, hopefully.
Graham Wright, this could be a new show. Matthew and his brother in the Garden for footy, call it Taking the Lead.
That'd be a new series. That'd be a new series on Fans React in the next year or so.
yeah. Look forward to that one
when we can, and we'll just get people in my garden doing a big football tournament, because I've got a little pitch. I don't think I've ever shown anyone. I've got a little football pitch in my garden, so we'll get some little tournaments going.
At the neck. That's what happens when you live down south in a posh area. My garden is like you might get one aside. That's funny. Our Colin's agreeing with us. Like he's saying, we would never play football. Right, let's have a look here. Clicking on the wrong thing. Chat's moving too quickly. I dropped Ledbetter and Gooch, bringing Scowen and Jones. Yeah, I don't know. Ledbetter's quite good. In fact, I like them both. Would you agree with that, Matthew? Ledbetter and Gooch for Scowen and Jones?
Yeah, I would have. Yeah. I don't think, obviously, a lot of people are criticising Scowen. I haven't really got a problem with Scowen, if I'm honest. I'd rather him over. Ledbetter and Scowen are probably. I think obviously Ledbetter is a player to probably slow the game down. But if you want to get it moving and get the ball moving quickly, I think Scowen's more that player. Ledbetter's not fast enough to bring the ball forward, quick enough. I remember watching the game. I watched it back. Watched a bit of the live stream back during the game on Wednesday, and Ledbetter got the ball, and I just started going, get forward. I was like, why is no one getting forward? we got the ball from the Lincoln's corner, and then we're all just very slowly moving the ball. I'm like, hurry up, let's get it moving. I'd rather get Scowen in that position. It just depends on the game, really. To start off a game, I'd probably rather Scowen, and as I said earlier, I would much rather have had Jordan Jones playing instead of Aidan O'Brien.
Yeah, I think people in the chat, Jim Stevenson, the bet is too slow. Where's Dan Neil? I think he's on the bench, isn't he?
He's on the bench, yeah. So, what did you think of him? What did you think of him on Wednesday for the cup game?
Well, we'll ask Josh that first. What did you think of Dan Neil? Do you think he should start? Did he play well in the last game?
I know Twitter had a mixed reaction to him, didn't he? Because I know a lot of people didn't want to question him, but I thought every time we talked about it a bit when we got to Danny after the game, and he just looked, every time he got the ball, he looked comfortable on the ball. I think it was in the first half, we were in trouble on the right hand side. He played a 1-2 to get out of it, and then we moved forward. And I think he's just that midfielder that we need to move forward. And I know, I've spoke with John about it on the podcast. I've spoke with you about it on the podcast. Grant Ledbetter is a good player, but not when you need to get the goal. I don't think, if it's 0-0 or you're 1-0 down, I don't think Ledbetter is the person you need in midfield, because he slows the game down too much. And I know that's his job in the team, so you can never really mark him down based on his performance for doing that. But, when you're 0-0, when the other team, as we've seen quite a lot, if they're on top, Ledbetter just slows the game down far too much. But again, if you go back to some of the games like Doncaster, I don't think he started that game. We go ahead, he slows the game down, then we start keeping the ball, they work hard with the ball, and it works a lot better that way. But I wouldn't start him ever, for me, especially in a two-man midfield. Obviously, if that's what we are playing today alongside Power. But like I say, if we get a penalty, no doubt he'll score it. So I suppose that's a bonus of having him in the team.
Yeah. Well, we've all gone for the win. Has the team lineup changed your prediction at all, Matthew? Or are you sticking with? Was it 3-0? You said, I think, wasn't it?
3-0. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna still stick with the 3-0. And Lee Johnson is one of those managers that actually, I'll give him credit. He's one of them to realise when something isn't going the way he wants it to, he will change it. It's not like Parkinson where he'll start with whatever formation that he played. I think he did play a 3-4-3, didn't he? Or played something like that. Yeah, he did, didn't he? For a lot of his time, because and he was one of those managers. He just keep it the way it was. He was stubborn. He wouldn't even make a change. See, this man gets me so angry. He wouldn't even make a change until like the 86th minute or something like that. And you could see it wasn't working. It wasn't working all game, but he kept it how it was. He kept it. We lost. That's what he did. It really annoyed me. But Lee Johnson is one of those managers. If we get in a half time, he'll say, "You know what? This isn't working. We will have to make a sub. Let's bring Jordan Jones on, or let's bring whoever else on. Let's bring Scowen on for Ledbetter. Let's change it up a little bit." He'll be one of those managers. So, if it doesn't start right, if it doesn't start the way we want it to, then yeah. I mean, look, we're going into this game looking for the win. So in Lee Johnson's mind, this team is going to be capable of winning the game. So we just got to trust him.
Yeah, he's definitely. I agree. That's one of the things I do like about Lee Johnson. He isn't like this year. He's not scared to switch it up if he needs to at half time or after 50, 60 minutes instead of 85th minute like Parkinson used to do.
Parkinson.
Yeah, but a good gesture by the new ownership would be to re-employ Cookie, the loyal kickman. Now, I don't know if he wants his job back, and I don't know, he might not want it now. But yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we'll.
I don't know who's the kit man now. Who's been doing the kit stuff now? I'm not even sure.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if he would come back.
Yeah,
because I mean, why would he want to? I mean, obviously we've got new people now, but for someone who's given so much time to the club, I mean, he's been the kit man since the 90s or late 80s or something like that, and to just lose him the way we did is just disgraceful by the club. And I don't. I mean, I know his son was angry about it, and his son's gone and signed for Newcastle now. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'd love to have him back. because he should be back. But whether he'll have his job or not, I'm not too sure. But I'm sure, I'm sure the owners would have him back.
Yeah, he's been part of the club for such a long time. I'd be happy to have him back as well. We've got Gary K. Could McGeady be playing a free role position behind the two strikers? Formation might be a 3-4-1-2.
Maybe, yeah.
That's possible. That's not the formation they give on the actual website, is it?
Or maybe, now listen, maybe they put it on there to fool Burton. Burton, look at all they're playing a 3-4-3. This is how we're going to set up, and then they're going to do something. Because why would you tell your formation? Why would you want your other team to work you out? So maybe that they did that to fool them, but who knows?
Yeah, I think I'd be happy with that. Would you be happy with that, Josh?
I'd probably rather have O'Brien next to Wyke. Yeah, I just don't think, I've always been one of them people. I think if you're playing wingers, you need people who can run at people. Obviously, McGeady doesn't have the pace, but he can beat his player. But Aidan O'Brien just doesn't have the legs. It's like playing Danny Graham out wide. Like he's going to get in behind anyone. He's not going to run past him. He just doesn't have the pace. If you play him as a striker alongside Wyke, as we've seen a couple of times, I think it was it might have been, was it the Doncaster game?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was or not, but it was one of the games where the ball would get fed him. He'd hold it up very well. That's what he does. And then he'll play it out wide. And then obviously we'll get the ball in the middle for Wyke. But Aidan O'Brien as a winger for me just doesn't work.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Woodsy 92, Burton are on good form and they are our bogey team. I hope we win, but defensive situation is against us. Yeah, there's a bit of reality there coming from Woodsy. AJ, plenty of time for Neil to strengthen up. Better first half versus Lincoln, needs to grow into his frame. I don't think anybody could argue with that either. Jim Stevens is going for 3-1 to the lads. Colin, 2-1 to the lads. We're all going for wins. Martin Gibson, I think Lee Johnson has picked a great team if we win. It's always a great team when we win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Colin, bringing back Cookie. Let's have a look what else we've got here. I just want to read some of these before we end it, if we've got anything. Jim Stevens is hoping Vulcans play as well today. AJJ Burton have signed 11 new players since January, all tall players, 6 foot plus, bar one. That could be an issue for us. I think sometimes we struggle with the tall players.
Can I ask a question as well?
Yeah.
Do you think we should sign any free agents, like any defenders? Obviously, when Bailey Wright got injured last season, we signed Tommy Smith, and although he'd never played a game, he was there for a bit of backup. So obviously, we're playing a centre midfielder at left back, and we're playing a central midfielder at left-sided centre back, and we're playing McLaughlin at right-sided centre back. Now, I think McLaughlin's okay there, but do you think we should sign any more, like any free agents, to give us a bit of backup?
Possibly, yeah. I think just because of the way the situation is at defence now, I think even if it's just an extra one, somebody with a bit of height, I would like. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody.
Joe Lynch is a free agent.
Yeah. Somebody has mentioned that before in the chat. Actually, I think that would be a good shout. Josh, anybody you'd like to see? Any free agents you'd like to see maybe come in?
I can't say I know anybody who is a free agent. Santiago Virginie, is he still playing? Could do with one of them volleys this season.
Yeah, hopefully. I'd have him. Rambo, that's a nice name. Wild Boy. Hi, Paul. What's your thoughts on Spurs at the moment? Should Mourinho go? To be honest with you, I don't really watch a lot of Premiership football. I don't know. To be honest with you, I really can't answer that. I've got family, my girlfriend's family's all Spurs supporters, but I don't really follow it. Do you have any thoughts on that, Matthew?
No, although like my best mate's a Tottenham fan, I've got absolutely no idea how they're even doing at the moment. I don't even know if they won their last game, lost their last game. I'm not even sure. As you say, Paul, I don't really pay attention. I don't really pay attention to I don't really pay attention to the Premier League like at all. Yeah. So I can't really answer that one either. But yeah, I know a lot of them aren't really happy with Mourinho, but I'm not too sure.
Fair enough. Right, where are we at? If you boys were the new owners, what would be the first thing you would do? Josh, would you do anything?
Have goal music. I like goal music.
Oh yeah, you get some rave stuff going, or would you go back to ready to go?
Bit of crab rave. Everyone knows a crab rave song, don't they? Bit of crab rave.
Yeah, definitely get the whistles out. Matthew, what would you do?
Get us promoted. That's the first thing I do. Well, yeah, obviously I know the that's all down to sort of the head coach and players, but yeah, do as much as I could. Yeah, as Leodell's just said, get the pitch sorted. Yeah, that's something I definitely do as well. What other things? I know a lot of people. I know that Chris Waters, is it, the supporter liaison officer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just come back now from his furlough scheme, or for the furlough thing, because he couldn't work because of the ownership or something like that. And now the new owners have come back. He's going back to work. So I'd get everyone back at work again. Everyone put in the right direction, and just it's just it's a new start really. And eventually, as I say all the time, things go stale. Things can work in a certain time period, but then over a few months they won't work, and you need to change them. We've had a change now, so hopefully things start working. Anything specific, I get all the ground staff back. Yeah, fix the pitch. Get the connection back with some of the supporters and people at the club. So getting the support liaison officers back is that's a really good step.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with that. Alicia Rowell said new contracts like of Wyke O'Neill. Yeah, I suppose that's a good point as well. Some of the players that we want to keep, get them sorted sooner rather than later.
And that as well. Yeah, contracts.
That's spot on. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. That's it. We're going to get ready for the game. When I make myself a cup of tea, maybe take a couple of paracetamols. But yeah, it's been really good. I've enjoyed the quiz. Thanks for coming on, Josh. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me.
No worries. I'm sure I'll speak to you soon. Hopefully get on one of your podcasts. Like I say, his links to all the stuff that Speak Sunderland do will be in the description. I'll put them in later. Thanks again, Matthew, for, as always, coming on doing the pre-match live show with us. You've got we've actually got a live stream sort of, what's it called, watch along live stream coming up next. I can't remember what time it's starting. I think it's starting in 5 minutes actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
with Sean Middleton, and he's got guest Jordan Newcombe on there. So just stay on this channel, start watching that. Leave your comments. That would be fantastic. And then Matthew, you and Dan will be hosting the post-match live stream with the fans' reactions. So if you want to get your reaction after the game, let us know. Just DM Matthew or myself. Our Twitters are there at Safgans Fans React and at Lead Matthew, and we can send you the link and get your reaction on there. So that's always a good laugh. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Thanks everybody for all the comments. If I've missed them, I do apologise. Before you click off, just give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe as well. And yeah, stay on this channel, like I say, and we'll watch Sean. Right, that's it. You guys take care. And for now, we'll see you later.